So I've just been called to this Wallstar. I've not switched it on yet. Apparently it's just chucking out black. You can probably see on the floor a bit. It's chucking out black, but what I'll do, take it to bits, have a look at it. It might be that it's not been serviced in a while. They are quite sensitive. But yeah, get some gloves on, get it stripped. I get the feeling somebody's been here before, because I do. What we got? Hose not been changed in a while. Look at this. Not looking so bad. Cleaning that off. Put a new nozzle in. We'll change that flexi anyway. Have a look inside. This is the condensing version. Don't see too many condensing ones around here really. Looking a bit black inside, isn't it? Very black. Look at that. So I'll have to clean all that out best we can. We might have to put some sort of buster or something through it, clean all that out and set it all back up, find out what the problem was. It's all covered in soot. So is the camera lens. Just get a bit of light on it. Just clean all this off. Into my bucket. just trying to get as much out of this as I can just with my brush. And I don't really want to put a hoover in there yet, just because it'll probably knacker my hoover. It'll get in there, well, somewhere. You never get these perfect, but what we'll do is we'll set it back up. I might have to come back and clean it all out again once I know it's burning right. But at the minute it's pretty sooty. Right, I'm going to put a new nozzle, new hose, set the pump pressure. I'll just get the instructions up. I can't quite remember what's supposed to be on these. I think it's about 125, but I'll double check. I'll clean it all out best I can. It will still sort a bit when I first strike it up, but I just want to see what it runs like. Right, let's plug this one back in. Tom's top tip: when this fires up, don't stand anywhere near that flue because you'll get a black face. Black face bit. Yeah, a bit. Not too bad though. Pouring down with rain as well. It always is when you're working outside. So I've cleaned it all out. Cleaned it all out. Changed the nozzle, changed the flexi. Got my pump pressure gauge on there, ready to go. I think the air's been messed about with. Do you reckon it was serviced about 5 months ago? So we'll have a look anyway, and we'll see if we can set it up. Plastic oil on show. I'll clean that filter out in a minute, but I just want to see what it runs like. You can see all the particles coming out of it. This will fire and go woof. In 3, 2, 1. There you go. That's why you don't stand too close. Smells a bit horrible, to be honest with you. I'll set it up. Really not smoking, which is good. I don't know if I dare put my analyzer in yet. I'll just let that run a few minutes and see what it's like. Pump pressure's on 120. I need to get the instructions up to make sure that is right, but I'm sure it is on these. I thought it was 120 or 125. As I say, new nozzle, new flexi. So yeah, I just set it up with the analyzer. I think the air will be a bit wrong, or it could have just been a bad service or something. But we'll see what it's burning like. I've just put my analyzer in. The boiler doesn't actually smell too bad. I've done the old canary test where you put your face in there. If your eyes come out stinging, it's not burning right. Don't do that. I only do stupid stuff because I'm getting wet through. Let's see what it's looking like. PPMs are creeping up a bit. I'm not surprised though, to be honest with you. We'll let that run. It's probably been running about 10 minutes. I've just chucked all my tools in the van, apart from my analyzer and a screwdriver, because I'm getting soaked. So it's difficult to film on jobs. You've got to appreciate, because my camera and everything will get wet through. I'm not a professional photographer. So, not looking so bad. So bad. It needs a bit more air. I don't know if you can see because my camera's all wet through, but air's a bit low. As I bring the air down, the CO2 will creep up, but it might also creep the PPMs up. I'm not surprised the PPMs are a little bit on the high side, just because it's all still probably got a bit of crap in it, to be fair. But they will come down. My grips, I was like, oh, where are my grips? They're normally red. Not anymore than not. I think I need to wipe them off. They're still a bit low. I've just checked the photo cell. The boiler, let me just take that out. Oh, the analyzer took a beating there. Didn't get the analyzer right quick enough. I turned the boiler up. Well, I locked the boiler out with the photo cell, which is just there on these. But you're supposed to obviously take your analyzer out first. There's still a bit of crap in it, to be fair. But the emissions and everything are looking okay. I'm pleased that one's all sorted. It's a bit raining out there at the minute as well. I just need to go back to the office and have a clean up for 5 minutes because I'm a bit mucky. Comes with a job. Hopefully that one will be alright. I set it all up. I didn't get as much footage as I'd like, just because it's obviously pouring down with rain, and everything I touched was getting wet through. But yeah, hopefully that one's alright. As I say, we'll wait and see. Sometimes, normally they are once you've set them back up. But yeah, never nice jobs. But they're not too bad when it's not raining. But when it's raining, everything just makes a mess. So you can't pick and choose your jobs here. You just got to get stuck in. So next job, I'm not sure if we'll be able to film much, but I've got to fit a basin in a medical room. There's no basin in there at the minute. We'll go and have a look at it anyway. It'll probably be a nightmare getting feeds across and stuff, but yeah, at least I'm inside and not outside. So there is something to be said for that. Yeah. So yeah, I'll go back, have a wash, and then we'll crack straight on with the next one. Bleak out here today. I just need to get my wellies on. You want to see if this job is going to be an absolute crap fest today. I've got so much to do. I've got a load of fusion weld pipe work to get into a lagoon, and they haven't even dug the trenches yet, and it's got to be online tonight. They haven't even got the lagoon in yet. There's like 10 guys coming to assemble it. I'll try and get some shots if I can, but it's going to be busy. It's just, I just got to find my wellies. So yeah, I'll get my wellies on. We'll go and have a look. And yeah, the pipework's being, well, one of the lads has gone to fetch the pipework. I'm not supplying the pipework there. They're getting all, so they've gone to fetch it this morning. It is 7:30, 8:15. They reckon it'll be here in about an hour. So I'll prep the ends that I can, get some power across there, and then it's just a case of waiting for the pipe. Generally do is just chuck everything I need in a plumb bucket, because it keeps everything together and you know exactly what you've got out then, so you don't lose anything. Jobs like this you tend to lose a lot of tools when it's muddy, so it just keeps everything together. What I'm doing is just getting everything prepped. So this will be like my spigot over the top of the tank, so I've got a short piece going in between. I'm going to go 90, 45, and this will shoot down into the lagoon then. So it's going to come 3 metres up the sides, across and then in. This is, I've just set up in Paz Plank because it's nice and quiet. I came and fixed them coolant lines the other week. I don't know if any of you guys remember that job. That's just a big heat exchanger. And then the boilers and everything are in there. So yeah, all interesting stuff. These are fusion weld fittings if you didn't know. I've done a video on these before, but I'll quickly go through it again. So it tells you your heating and cooling time. Basically, you connect your probes. There's 2 nipples on there. You connect them, scan your QR code or scan your barcode, and your machine works it all out for you. So it's just literally a case of prepping your pipe, degreasing it, cleaning it, push that in. Don't take your fittings out of the packet until you're ready, because you don't want to get any dirt or grime. Push it in, let the machine do the work. It is dead simple. Came and sorted a load of leaks out on these the other day. These are just pasteurisation tanks. We had to drain some of these down anyway and replace the mechanical seals on the sides. These were all leaking. So we had to drain these, change the mechanical seals. It was an interesting job, to be fair. But I'm just waiting for my trenches to be dug, so I'm just killing a bit of time really. There's not so much I can crack on with until that's ready. But there's like 4 of these along here, and then the big plate heat exchangers at the end, which convert the energy. I thought I'd just come sit in about 5 minutes. It's going to be a good half an hour digging my trenches out anyway. It's going to get proper muddy and crappy. I'm not too sure how much I'm going to be able to film, just because there's so many people around, and my cameras and everything's just going to get covered in mud. Basically what I've got to do is get 2 fusion weld pipes, inlets from the pumps, across into the tank, and then we'll sort the outlets out at a later date. Basically the underground tanks are full of water because the old line is split on the tank, on the lagoon. So they're putting a new basically it's a big pond basically. But I've got to get the inlet pipework in, and there's quite a bit to do today, and it's got to be done today because otherwise pretty much the site will flood, because the underground tanks are full, and yeah, it's just, we need to get it done. So yeah, I'm not too sure how much I'm going to be able to film, but I'll get what I can. I'll show you the end result. I've just been to walk around to have a look at the pumps I did probably 4 months ago. I did all that fusion weld around there. It looks really good actually. Now it's all done. I wasn't too sure what it was going to look like because I was retrofitting, but it actually looks really good. If I get a chance, I'll walk around again in a minute and show you. But yeah, I just thought I'd update. As I say, it's just going to be a muddy, messy job, this one. Yeah, I've just got this one all welded up. The little nipples pop out when they're done, and the machine buzzes, but you just have to leave it for its cooling period. So it's a cooling interval, 8 minutes, and then I could move on to the next one if I'm careful, but I'll just leave that because I've got plenty of time. I can't crack on until they've got the trenches dug. So I just got a little GF machine which does the job perfectly for me. This is one of the intakes. We've just increased it to 4 inch because that's all we've got on site. So you just make good with the bits you've got. We're just going across, and we're going to the side of this tank here. I can't really show too much, but you kind of get the idea. And then we've just got another one of these to do, and then the outtakes. So we're getting on alright, it's just time consuming. So this is the last bit on this side welding up. It's the one going over the top of the tank. Still got to do the other one around yon side, but we've built all this today. Or the lads have, I haven't. I've just done the pipe work. So it's already 4 o'clock, so got another couple of hours here and then a couple of hours drive home, so it's probably going to be 9 o'clock by the time I get back. But all good. We just need to backfill all this lot when we know it doesn't leak. We've still got to fill this lagoon up as well. It's huge. So that's today's little project anyway. We're done. Let's take these wellies off. Yeah, it got done. Okay, they're just filling the tank up. There's no need for me to be there now. None of the pipework's leaking, so I'll let them boys crack on with it. It's a couple of hours for me to get home, so by the time it's like nearly 6 o'clock now, so it's going to be 8 o'clock, so that's enough work for today. Today's Friday as well, so don't like to be too late. I'm working Saturday, Sunday anyway this week. It's not too bad. Excuse fingers in front of the camera. Just got to get my shoes on. So yeah, that's going to be the end of the video, I think. I don't know how much footage I've got today, probably not as much as I'd like, but it's difficult when you're busy and there's loads of people around to film too much. But yeah, as always, thank you for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this week's video. If you did, make sure you hit the like button. If you didn't, hit the dislike button. I'll see you all in the next episode. Thank you all for watching.